let's talk all things 2026. And we are going to start with the 2026 cars and their liveries and go through and see what we think of them. So, Sam, let's get straight into it. Let's go in alphabetical order and start with Alpine. Alpine.
Look, you know what? The blue and the pink's actually really grown on me. Like when it first happened, I was kind of like, choose one or the other. But it's kind of become iconic, I think, and I actually don't mind it now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually like this livery that Alpine have gone with. And the car doesn't look remarkable to me. Yes, it's 2026, but unremarkable. We'll see how it goes on track.
My eye's drawn to the flat spot at the front. That's a bit of a bad omen for the season, I think.
Aston Martin. Now, I think the car itself, it was probably one of the most anticipated designs. I think the car looks striking. The livery, same. This is almost like, let's copy Red Bull and let's do the same liveries we had in 2025. But the car itself looks quite nice.
It does look nice. It looks pretty sleek. The green is now set to the Aston Martin green. That ain't going to change anytime soon. It's a rare photo, this one, of seeing an Aston Martin on track. We mightn't be seeing that for a little while. The little yellow highlights as well, I really like that. That just makes the green pop. It looks great.
Rightio. Old team, new name, but new-ish Audi. I don't like the livery. I really don't like the strong lines. I love this, obviously, the silver at the front, and then there's just a really strong line to the red on the engine cover, and I don't like it.
Look, I do love the colours, the silver, the black, and the red. Is it red or is it orange? It is definitely red, right?
I think it's red.
I like the colours, but yeah, I agree. There's way too much silver at the front. It's looking like it's trying to be a Timu McLaren from the late 90s. Colours, yes. Execution, maybe no.
Yeah. Audi, you are Audi. Do better. Rightio. Now, the brand newest constructor out there.
Do you know what this makes me feel like, Ben? This makes me feel like create a new car in like F1 2026 and you haven't got sponsors on it yet and you haven't put your colours on it yet. It's like create a car, but you're only at the very beginning. That's kind of how I feel about this one.
Yeah, there's little throwbacks to almost when BAR had split their sponsorship. And they had both Lucky Strike and 555 all on the same car, and they sort of went half and half. Uneven. I mean, who knows what the car is going to be like? But from a first livery and coming into the sport and making a statement, not sure they've got it right.
Just don't have any runs off in the gravel, otherwise you need to give it a wash. It'll look all dirty.
Yeah, because it's very white. Ferrari.
Yeah, well, once again, one of these colours you're never going to change, the Ferrari red, although they did change it a couple of years ago to be the deeper red. Ferrari's Ferrari, that red's iconic. It kind of, to me, it looks like it's got a little white collar around the driver's head, which, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. You know, I think I'm just a fan of the classic all red Ferrari.
Yeah.
Maybe white highlights, but I think it's a bit too much white.
Yeah, I kind of agree. And I love the fact that also a couple of years ago, Ferrari went back to sort of black wings, so black front wing, black rear wing, essentially apart from sponsorship. The white, I don't mind it. Let's see how they change it up throughout the season with special liveries, if we get them at all.
I agree. The black, I don't mind the black wings. That's nice. Just the white. I think one or the other, white or black, not both.
For sure. Haas, I absolutely love this livery. I think it is fantastic. They've got sort of the white on top, going into the red and then onto the black. I think this is the best livery for me for 2026 that I've seen so far.
I don't know if it's the American connection, but I get like an IndyCar vibe with this. I think maybe it's I used to love IndyCar in the late '90s and the early 2000s, and a lot of the liveries were like this. You're going to have the one color on the top, like a pinstripe or like a stripe, and then another color underneath. It's very similar to that. Yeah, it is quite nice. Still too much white for my liking. I'm not a fan of white on cars, when there's too much of it. But no, it's not bad.
I had never thought I'd be saying that the Haas livery is my favourite livery, but I saw it and I thought that's really nice. McLaren, don't like it.
Why not? Why not, Ben?
I don't know. I thought last year's livery was good. It's sort of like, let's have some papaya. Now let's have some black. Now let's have some papaya. It's the straight lines that I don't like. Blend. What's wrong with blending? Can we blend, please?
Yeah, I agree. Too much black. I don't know if it is the Gemini sponsorship that's causing that black. Maybe looking at that picture there. I'm not sure if this picture is a bit lighter, but is it a different papaya? Is it slightly lighter, or is that maybe just this picture? But yeah, more orange for sure. More papaya. Sorry, not orange. Get in trouble for that. But the thing I hate the most is actually the top, the airbox, the sponsorship base. I'm assuming it's Allwyn being right there. When it's a completely different color that does not suit, does not contrast, not work with any other color on the car, they do it for sponsorship reasons. Nah, not here for it. I get it. I get it why it's there, but it looks terrible. That greeny, dark greeny blue against the orange and the black is terrible.
It's uncomplimentary, I think, because when you compare it to obviously the wheel rims, for want of a better word, and the blue of the Google Blue, works much better with the papaya and the black, I think.
Yeah, it possibly was a different blue, like you say, that would work with it, but that particular one of the airbox is just not right.
Yeah, absolutely. Mercedes. For me, same.
Yeah, same, but my God, it's sexy. Like that's the silver and the teal. It's just sexy. It's sex on wheels. I love it.
Wow. I think Sam has a soft spot for George and Kimmy somehow. Red Bull.
Once again, livery that's never going to change, but I don't want it to change. The day this changes, I'll be very sad. It's just such an iconic livery. I've always been a fan of just the Red Bull along the whole, the back engine cover, the colours. It just works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Once again, sexy.
Okay, I think it might be a slightly lighter blue on the livery, but could just be the images that we're looking at. But yeah, distinctive.
It could be. One thing I haven't really paid close attention to. A lot of the cars in the past have been matte. Is there a bit more shine on these ones, or is it still looking at matte colours?
Yeah, there is a bit more gloss in a lot of the liveries this year. Yeah, they've kind of. It's almost like matte has had its time, and we're moving on. Yeah, and we have the V-carb.
Oh man, I'm going to repeat what I said here. Too much white. I do like that they're finally admitting it is a Red Bull 2 team, and they're getting more and more Red Bull back into it like it used to be. It's still too much white.
Yeah, one of the really interesting things about this car, generally apart from a couple of teams, a lot of the airboxes are a lot wider. On these
they're huge,
cars.
some of them,
and
particularly this one.
And the V-Cup, that airbox is huge, and it was giving me Williams 1990 vibes.
Yes, definitely. I know what you mean.
And the 1990 Williams had this very wide airbox, and when I saw the V-Carb for the first time, I was like, wow. Hello, Williams 1990. Yeah.
Even the V-Carb has the yellow around that airbox as well. So, Yeah, I definitely can see the connection there.
And Williams.
I'm going to completely contradict what I just said about the different colors on the airbox and say the Duracell battery on the box is genius. Like that, that works. It works. I mean, it does complement it to an extent anyway, but that that works because that's the battery. That's what it looks like, and that's genius. So completely forget about what I said before. Screw Allwyn and McLaren, but yay for Williams and Duracell.
Agree. The two blues together, I'm kind of like, I do love the fact that Barclays as a sponsor is back on the car because back in the day, Barclays was did sponsor Williams at one point, so they've kind of come back. But Barclays used to sponsor like the Arrows team, and they had this like beige and browny kind of thing going on. And I was really hoping we were going to get the beige and the brown back in with Barclays, but we don't. It's on there in different colours. But yeah, Williams again, I'm kind of like,
See, I'm gonna say the opposite. I think this is my favorite livery because
wow.
I mentioned it the last episode. Massive Greg Moore fan from the IndyCar days in the late '90s. That double blue, light blue, dark blue. Players Forsyth Racing. It was like I had posters all over the wall. So double blue for me with the white. It's that brings me back to where my heart is. So that's definitely, yeah. I love the double blue. That's my favorite livery for this year.
There you have it. There you have it. So let us know what your favourite livery and your favourite car design is of 2026, and put that in the comments. And we would be really interested to see what your thoughts are. So, talking about the 2026 regulations. So, we're not going to go completely into all the changes. You would have seen it already, but essentially the cars are a little bit shorter, a little bit narrower. The power units have changed to being 50% internal combustion engine and 50% battery or electrical. It's going to be really interesting, I think, to see how teams adapt to that and how they have. Obviously, they've had a lot of time, most of them, to get to grips with it. I do love the fact that the cars seem to be a bit more nimble. I always thought that when the new regulations came in from 2022, that they just looked clumsy, and there seems to be that the cars look a bit more nimble and easy to turn.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll be a bit more nimble, a bit more closer racing. I mean, they're still too big. Let's be honest. Like, just put them on Monaco, and you'll see and compare them to, the cars of the past and even other series. They are still too big. But hopefully, this is a start of getting them a bit more nimble, a bit more closer together. Hopefully, the aero packages get a bit closer racing. My big hope with this whole thing is I hope what tends to happen when you get new regulations. We go, all these exciting things are going to happen. We're going to have closer racing, and then all the teams and the engineers love them. They do a great job of what they do, but then they make the racing boring again because they're very good at what they do, and they make the cars hard to pass again. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping we get some great racing, and round one will be interesting to kind of see how it plays out.
Round one brings me to some predictions that we need to make for the season. Let's start with our championship 3-2-1. Who do you think is going to finish 3-2-1 in the championship? Well, my predictions for 3-2-1, I believe in third place will be Lando Norris. I think second place will be George Russell. And I think Oscar Piastri will win the title in 2026. I think he's got the fire from 2025. I think that he will try and replicate the first half of the season he had in 2025, and then has learnt from his mistakes in the second half of the season of 2025 and will be able to apply the full season. I'm an Aussie. I'm backing Oscar Piastri.
I think that's a very good prediction. I probably would do something very close, but just to be different, I'm gonna go a bit out there so we don't have the same prediction. I'm gonna say third place, Charles Leclerc. Second place, Oscar Piastri, and first, George Russell.
Ooh, you're giving it to. You think Mercedes have worked on things enough over the winter, and they're gonna embrace those new regulations, and they're gonna come up trumps?
Yeah, possibly. It's just a question of George has been up near the top, near the front end of the grid, but if he's the very top, uh, will he handle the pressure? So I'll be interested to see. But I think Mercedes is going to be good this year. Kimi will have to lift his game a bit if he is going to be a help to George. He's got that rookie season out of the way now. Now he has to actually deliver. It could be Mercedes' year.
Very interesting. And finally, let's go through our bingo cards for the 2026 season and see what we think could potentially happen during the season.
Some of these are sensible. Some of them are pretty wild.
All right, yeah. So I'll start with mine.
At least on my side they are anyway. I don't know about yours, Ben.
We'll see. Right, so on my bingo card, I believe Cadillac could score points. Just putting it out there. I believe a driver will retire from Formula One this year. Is it Alonso? Is it Lewis Hamilton? Is it Lance Stroll? Who knows? I believe that Audi will get a podium this year. I believe that we will see Papaya Rules 2.0.
Wow.
It's going to happen. How can it not happen? It's going to happen again.
God, I hope not. Oh man,
it
please
is
not
going to
again.
happen. I have put that Red Bull don't change drivers. I think that under Laurent Mekies, that things are going to be a lot calmer. They're not going to be as ruthless. There's no Helmut Marko. There's no Christian Horner. Let's see what happens. I'm going to say that Charles Leclerc signs for a different team. So he is going to jump ship from Ferrari, and he's going to sign for a different team for 2027, and it's going to be announced this year. I am going to say that a race is ended before half distance, so there's only going to be half points awarded for a race. Don't know the reason, not sure.
Probably going to be Spa in the rain.
It's possible. We don't know. I'm going to say that a team loses points for a technical infringement. We hope it's not McLaren again, because that double disqualification, that was a thing. And I also believe that an active aero failure will cause a major crash.
That's a big call.
That's a big call. That is my bingo card for 2026. And now, let's have a look. Sam, what is on your bingo card for 2026?
Well, I'm absolutely cooking here. I think a driver doesn't see out the season. Whether that's Franco Colapinto, it could be Lance Stroll. I think a driver won't see out the season. You mentioned about a driver retiring. I think Lewis Hamilton is going to announce his retirement. I think it's a make or break year with Ferrari. If Ferrari don't deliver this year, I think he's gone. I think Lewis will hang up the boots. Cadillac beating Haas. Now, whether that's at the end of the season in the constructors or just consistently over the season to be the number one American team. Cadillac come in and rock the boat. An inter-team crash double DNF. Once again, it could be any team, but two teammates coming together and crashing double DNF, I think is another one. I was trying to rack my brain of who deserves a podium this year and who maybe needs to step up a bit, and one I could think of is Isaac Hadjar. So he's in the Red Bull now, and so I think he needs to start banking those podiums. So that's actually not too much of a wild prediction. I kind of think he actually kind of needs it to sort of cement his place in the Red Bull team. With all the new engine regs, 4 or more engine failures in one race.
Wow.
Whether that's round one,
That's
maybe none of them will get off the start line. Who knows? But I think there could be at least one race where, there's significant mechanical failures due to the engine. Franco Colapinto taking out the deconstructor or the destructor title. We'll have to find those stats from somewhere. Usually, some troll puts them up online somewhere, so I'm sure we can find them out somewhere. But yeah, in terms of binning it, I think Franco could top the list. With all due respect, Franco, he could take the destructor title. A team principal resigns or gets fired before the end of the season. Yes, I think. Who knows? Things aren't great with Aston Martin at the moment. Goodness knows why. Maybe that could be it, or could be someone else.
Are you suggesting that Aston Martin might get rid of Adrian Newey?
Or he walks.
Or he walks. Wow. That's wild.
Good. I don't know if we know the full reason why they've got the struggles they do, but it is pretty embarrassing. If they are not ready by round one, that's pretty serious business. That someone's head has to roll for that, and I don't know who to put the blame on at this point. I guess maybe it'll come out in the laundry, but they need to get it together because if they are not anywhere near the latest reports of that, they bring the bare minimum and see what happens and possibly retire. That's just not good enough. It's pathetic for fans, for sponsors. Get your shit together, basically. Yeah. And my final one, that I think there will be a replacement race that is currently not in the schedule. It'll end up on the calendar, whether that's jumping to a track that wasn't planned, like Valencia was back in COVID times, or Mugello, or whether it's just doubling up on a race like they did in Austria, same during COVID times. I think a race will end up on the calendar that's not currently on there.
Wild predictions. Well, that is it. Let us know what your predictions are for this season. And we hope you'll join us again as we share our views on the greatest stage of motorsport, Formula One, the true theatre of speed.